With the help of your hand, tilt your head to the right. Stay in this position for several breaths. Then move your left hand back so your neck will stretch more. Now tilt your head to the left. Stay in this position for several breaths, and use your right hand to help you stretch a little bit more. Tilt your head forward. Stay in this position for several breaths. Keep your back straight. Now move your chin up and forward. Stretch the front of your neck. Stay in this position for several breaths. Sides and draw circles with your shoulders. Do 8 circles in front and then 8 circles in back. Behind your head, touch your elbows with your hands. When inhaling, straighten your back and with your hands bend backward. When exhaling, round your body. Repeat this exercise 8 times, then hold this position for 30 seconds. Lock your hands behind your back. Stretch your chest up and forward. Stay in this position for several breaths. When exhaling, move your hips to the left and to the right. When inhaling, go back to the starting position. Repeat this exercise 8 times. Place your feet to the side of your hips. Stretch upward and over in the direction of your feet. Stay in this position for several breaths. Now we're going to switch sides and reach upward and over in the direction that your feet are pointed. Stay in this position for several breaths. Bend your knee under your hips. The second leg is straight. When inhaling, bend the side towards a straight leg. When exhaling, return to your starting position. Repeat 8 times and stop in the hunched position for several breaths. Palm of your hand underneath your shoulders planted firmly on the ground. Stretch the side of your body and hold this position for several breaths. Rotate your body towards the straight leg. Place your head and shoulder on the floor. Hold this position for several breaths. Now on the other side, we're going to bend one knee under your hips, the other one straight, and on an inhale, stretch up and over towards the outstretched leg, and on an exhale, return to your starting position. Repeat 8 times and stop in the hunched position for several breaths. underneath your shoulders planted firmly on the ground. Stretch the side of your body and hold this position for several breaths. Rotate your core towards a straight leg and place your head and shoulder on the floor. Hold this position for several breaths. Keep the palm of your left hand on the floor underneath your shoulder. The right hand is stretched upwards. Stretch your chest towards the right knee. Keep your back straight. Hold this position for several breaths. Bend to the left. Place your hands in the Namaste position. Push backwards with your knee and keep your back straight. Hold this position for several breaths. Put your right knee on the floor and stretch your hips towards the floor. Place your forehead on your forearms and hold this position for several breaths. Now stretch your chest towards the floor and come into the downward facing dog position. Try straightening your knees and try and touch the floor with your heels. Hold this position for several breaths. The palm of your right hand should be firmly planted on the ground underneath your shoulder. The left hand is stretched upward. Stretch your chest towards your bent knee. Keep your back straight. Hold this position for several breaths. to the right and place your hands in the Namaste position. Keep your back straight. Hold this position for several breaths. Pushing down your knee onto the floor, place your forehead onto the backs of your arms. Hold this position for several breaths. Come into a downward facing dog and try and stretch down into your heels. Hold this position for several breaths. Moving down with your elbows touching the floor, your forearms parallel to each other, your shoulders bent. Stretch your head upward. Hold this position for several breaths. Place your forehead down on the back of your forearms. Relax and hold this position for several breaths. With your hands, push up from the floor. Shoulders are relaxed. Your arms are straight. Hold this position for several breaths. Come back down again and rest your head on your arms. And hold here for several breaths. Again, with your hands, push up from the floor. Keep your shoulders relaxed and straighten your arms. Hold this position for several breaths. Relax again down into the floor. Stretch your right heel towards your butt, with your left elbow still on the floor. Your shoulders are relaxed. Hold this position for several breaths. Exchange legs and do this on the other side. Try and bend as much as you're comfortable with and hold this for several breaths. After coming to a rest here, we're going to stretch our butt back towards our heels and come into child's pose. Do a clockwork child's pose where you go to the right with your hands stretching out and twisting your body. Hold this for several breaths and then switch sides, moving your hands to the opposite side of the mat. Bring your right knee to your chest. Reach out and grab a hold of your foot. Stretch the knee towards the floor. You should keep your knee bent at 90 degrees and hold this position for 1 minute. Switch sides and hold your left foot now, keeping your knee bent at 90 degrees. Hold this position for 1 minute. Place your feet together. Stretch your knees towards the floor. Hold this position for several breaths. Now cross your legs. Stretch your knees towards the floor. Hold this position for several breaths. Cross your legs, stretch your knees towards the floor. Hold this position for several breaths. With your feet wider than shoulder length, twist and bend to the side, inhaling into the bend as you go. When exhaling, return to center. Repeat this exercise on both sides 8 times. Now we come to the relaxation portion. This is also known as Shavasana. Lay on your back, stretch your hands parallel to your body. The palms of your hand must be facing up. Take a deep breath and exhale. Feel the relaxation flowing throughout your body. First, relax your legs. They become light and airy. Then relax your butt muscles, your whole back, and your spine. Relax your abdomen and your chest. Let the relaxation flow through you, down into your hands, up into your neck, your lower jaw and tongue. Relax all muscles of your face and your head. Your whole body is relaxed. Heat flows in your body, becomes warm just as wax melts and spills onto the floor. Tension, heaviness, anxiety disappears. Feel the lightness and serenity. Feel the complete harmony between your body and the universe. Today's workout is finished. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel and wait for our next videos. Thank you.